Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks for joining us. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, candidate for governor Larry Sharpe speaks with us exclusively about his campaign and the state of New York State.
Plus, more details on a grand jury indictment from yesterday. 14 people in Jamestown facing charges. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by in the First Defense Weather Center. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Thursday. Can you actually believe that we're halfway through the month already? Over halfway? Can you believe that? It just seems like yesterday October started. And speaking about October, we're below average. Our high yesterday was 45. We bottomed out at 33 degrees this morning. Of course, that low is above our average, and that low is below, and that high is actually below our average for this day. And officially, no precipitation at the Jamestown Airport, but I'll show you the snowfall totals that we had a little bit later on. And it is colder out there today. It's 6 degrees colder than it was at this hour in Jamestown, 10 degrees colder in Dunkirk, 8 degrees colder in Erie. So it is a bit colder as you step out the door this afternoon. So bundle up because it's going to be chilly. So 38 degrees for the early afternoon, mostly cloudy. It looks like as we go through the late afternoon hours, the clouds will start to break, leading to some peaks. Oh, sunshine will come our way for the late afternoon hours. And then as we go into the night, mainly clear skies, and temperatures will fall back into the 30s once again. We'll talk about the snow totals plus that next chance for rain-snow mix this weekend later on. Jay and Matt.
Dakota, thank you, sir, as always. A federal grand jury returned a 42-count indictment charging 14 defendants with methamphetamine conspiracy in what is being dubbed Part 2 of Operation Meltdown. The defendants, if convicted, will face a mandatory minimum 10 years in prison, a maximum of life, and a $10 million fine. Some defendants are also facing other charges, including possession with intent to distribute. 5 of the 14 defendants were released on conditions. For more on the story, please visit our website at WNYNewsNow.com.
And the driver of a box truck that crashed into a Silver Creek home Thursday morning was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. First responders report that the upstairs tenants of this 2-story apartment located along Route 5 were struck, and the upstairs tenants were home at the time of the accident, but they were not hurt. The downstairs tenants luckily weren't home. Officials say that the structure was knocked 2.5 feet off its foundation as a result of the crash. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office is looking into what caused it and how the truck left the roadway and struck that home there. We'll have much more on that story on WNYNewsNow.com. Next here, Libertarian gubernatorial candidate for governor Larry Sharpe joins us on the phone in an exclusive interview you'll only hear on WNY News Now. We'll be right back.
Fall is here, and Dorler Landscape Designs is ready to help you with fall cleanup. Visit their website, dorlerlandscape.com, and download their fall cleanup special coupon. For more than 2 decades, Dorler Landscape Designs has worked hard to get your property ready for winter. And once the snow falls, count on Dorler Landscape Designs to keep your driveway clear. Call Dorler Landscape Designs today and let us work for you. Dorler Landscape Designs at dorlerlandscape.com. Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
The weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, Of course, brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to News Now at noon. Joining us on the phone is Libertarian gubernatorial candidate Larry Sharpe. Mr. Sharpe, good afternoon. Thanks for taking some time with us today.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, we're talking, the story of the day today seems to be the lack of debates. You've called for them.
Yes.
Your stance has been anytime, anywhere. Are we making any progress in getting what the voters deserve in a debate?
Look, the issue is I don't know if there's going to be a debate, but I will debate. Of course I will. If I was His Majesty and I didn't have any ethics and didn't care about my people, I wouldn't debate either. But I'm not him. The reality of it is he won't even take questions just from the press. I mean, it's terrible. He should be taking questions at least from the press, if nothing else. This is a terrible thing, and he really should be debating.
Well, we've shown in the Gravis poll that once people know who you are, you beat Molinaro like you said you would, and you get closer to Cuomo. We're running an informal poll. It's not scientific. But right now, in over 2,000 responses, you've got 80% of the vote in our poll.
Yes, this is what's happening all over. The reality of it is you're exactly right. I don't know if there'll be debates, but debates would obviously get my name out. Name recognition is my only problem. When people actually hear what I have to say and understand that I'm about localization, I'm about letting liberals be liberals and conservatives be conservatives. I'm about not letting one city run this entire state. I'm about actually fixing problems and making things better for all New Yorkers. I'm not about this other guy's evil. I'm about how can we actually make New Yorkers happy so they stay and grow their families here. They love it. The Gravis poll showed something. It showed that with only 33% name recognition, I still pull 13% in the poll, which means if you triple that to 100%, that means 39% overall. 39% is not closer to Cuomo. 39% is a win, because when I go from 13 to 39, a bunch of that comes away from Cuomo. People don't like him. Democrats don't like him. Republicans don't like their guy either. As I grow, I take from independents, Democrats, Republicans, and most importantly, those who don't vote. Every event I go to, you will see me ask that question. Who here is a Democrat? Who's a Republican? Who's independent? And hands go up everywhere. I go to the most reddest districts in, North Country, and I get Democrats showing up. I go to the bluest districts. I go to the Bronx, blue district. And what do I get? I get Republicans showing up. No matter what, I'm the only one getting all four of those people. This is a winnable race. Absolutely, yes.
Well, this is a historical campaign in many ways. You've outraised every Libertarian candidate in New York State combined for governor. You're also polling, I mean, the best anyone ever did was 1% of the actual vote, and you're way multitude times above that. How do you feel about that sense of history?
Yes, I mean, this is another great point. Look, people often say, well, Libertarians, you guys can't win. You're right. I've outraised the past three gubernatorial candidates combined. Combined, they never raised more than $10,000. I'm pushing $500,000. This is something that no Libertarian has done before. I've crossed every single county in this state, every one. No candidate's done that. Not even a Libertarian candidate's done that ever. I make more stops in 1 month than every Libertarian candidate before me has made in the last 3 election cycles. This is not your daddy's Libertarian Party. This is a different party. It's a party where we can actually win this thing. Yes.
And you've been to our area 2 or 3 times, 5 or 6 times within an hour of us. But what have you learned in your intrepid trek across all of New York?
Well, I have learned, but let me be kind of clear on this. A lot of the things I kind of knew already. It reinforced things that I kind of already knew. It reinforced there's a sense of apathy, a sense of helplessness throughout the state. That's why so many of us don't vote. 60 to 70% of us just have given up and don't vote. I also see how every event I go to, I have people who put their hands in the air and say they've lost loved ones to some other state. The state is so oppressive. Literally, it's breaking up families. People are going to North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Arizona. They're leaving because there's not enough opportunity and too much taxation. You combine those two things together, and people pack up and go. This is what I kind of knew, but it's been reinforced. It's also being reinforced that this is a vast, beautiful state with so many different things and so many different opportunities for people that simply aren't being addressed. People love this state. They just hate the government. If we make the government better, they'll love the state. This is a state where you get the beauty of, mountains like Colorado, farmland like the Midwest. You can get amazing rivers and lakes, a waterfall, the best in the entire continent, and the biggest city in the entire country, all in one state. How lucky are we? Why are we throwing this all away? We shouldn't. We should let counties be counties and cities be cities. I'm the only guy who openly says this. New York State is more than New York City. And people don't get that. It's like a secret that no one knows. I'm so surprised at this. We should be happy to understand that Western New York is not Long Island. Southern Tier is not North Country. That's true, and we should accept that and embrace that.
Candidate Sharp, how do you propose to get people to stay here amid what seems like a great migration? I mean, we have groups of people who graduate from high schools here in Western New York, and they go to college elsewhere, and they stay there. How do you bring them back?
Yeah, there's several things. The first thing you want to do is you want to lower the taxation a bit, right? How do you do that? You do that by stopping unfunded mandates. Unfunded mandates force counties to raise taxes. They don't have much of a choice because they have to buy tons of things they don't want to buy. How about they start their budget at zero? And all of a sudden now we can begin to not have to raise property tax, not force our law enforcement officers to become profit centers. You can start doing it off the bat. But that's not enough. That's just one piece. On top of that, we've got to support small business. We've got to let small businesses be able to actually survive in this state by doing things like allowing small businesses that are not selling across borders to be immune from federal regulatory bodies, to make insurance rates cheaper, to get rid of the insurance board, which is actually predatory, to fix workers' comp to where it's far too expensive, to make it only have to purchase one set of workers' comp insurance and not two, to support new industries like blockchain, Bitcoin, hemp, cannabis. This makes people want to come back and stay. You start doing this, supporting small farmers, small business, new industry, simplifying the tax code, lowering taxes, more innovation, fixing our education system, and you'll find more people not only stay, but come back.
Candidate Sharp, Matt Hummel here. We were talking earlier about, the New York City factor. When it comes down to the final month, if you were to try to convince New Yorkers to vote for you, what kind of incentive would you bring for them?
Look, here's the reality. For the past 16 years, the Democrats have run this state. 16 years, a Republican has not won a statewide election any way, shape, or form. Not governor, lieutenant governor, AG, senator, nothing. They don't win in this state anymore. And when it comes to statewide, obviously locally Republicans win. But statewide, the Republicans have not won. If the Democrats were going to fix this state, they would have. If you're a Democrat, why in the world would you reward that behavior? Stop it. They're not going to fix the state. If you are a Republican, the Republicans have watched this state deteriorate for 16 years. The past 8 years since His Majesty has ascended the throne, we've lost over 1 million New Yorkers. If you're a Republican, where's your plan? Where's your movement? You've got nothing. They've done nothing. They've been complicit. If you're a Republican, why would you reward that behavior? I'm the guy saying I can make change. I've been doing this 1 year, and in 1 year I have a plan and I have a movement. I'm showing you I can get this done. What was I doing before that? I was fixing my own family, my own business, and now I'm here saying I don't want to move. I don't want to lose my business here. I don't want to lose my family here. I want to fix this. If you want change, you've got to vote gold. You've got to vote Larry Sharp this November 6th, because here's what will happen. If you don't do that, Here's what's going to happen. The blue team wins. The red team comes in second. No change. That's been the pattern for 16 years. But if you vote gold, one or two things will happen. Either I'll win, in which case I'll put in all these ideas I've been talking about. We'll move the state forward. We'll make rule change right away. Things will begin to change right away. You'll see it happen, and I'll need your help, and you'll help me do it. Or two, I'll come in second. If I come in second, guess what? There'll be a microphone in my face every single day saying, Larry Sharpe, how'd you do it? And I will speak about all the things I talked about, making happen New Yorkers, helping small business, lowering the tax burden, more opportunity, actually getting New Yorkers to come back to this state and to keep families together. If you vote gold, there will be change.
Okay, just one last question, and then we'll let you go because we know you're the Lewis and Clark of New York State, traveling everywhere. The biggest issue that we hear here between Molinaro and Cuomo is the MTA, and that again goes back to New York City. I live in Jamestown. The MTA has nothing to do with me. How do we fix the disconnect?
That is not true, my friend.
No?
No. It does have to do with you. Here's the reason why. The MTA's budget is about $16 billion. Out of that $16 billion, $6 billion comes just out of New York State as a gift. Here you go. Take it, the MTA. You're terribly inefficient. Here's $6 billion. You're paying for part of that because that comes out of the general fund. So you, someone in Jamestown, literally 7 hours away from the MTA, never probably using it ever, and you might as well because you're paying for it. So you probably should come down and use it because you are paying for it. So it does affect you, and that's an issue. That's what I'm trying to fix. If we can raise money through ways other than taxation, if we can make authorities like the MTA and other authorities throughout the state be self-sufficient. The MTA should be making money by leasing naming rights to its infrastructure, using its nighttime rails as freight, getting freight forwarding companies to pay, naming some of these hubs at the places like Amazon and Home Depot, and being more efficient. What does that mean? Copying some of the same ideas that are in other major cities, in Berlin, in London, in other Tokyo, and who also have unions and who have safety. We copy those things to be more efficient. We raise money through other ways. The MTA becomes more efficient. No more $6 billion government handout. And that has to go through every aspect of New York State. You do that, that's why you care. Look, if you want real change, and you want my policies, go to LarrySharpe.com. Policy. Tons of policies there. MTA, education, everything's there. Check it out. I actually have plans. That's LarrySharpe.com or Larry Sharpe for New York Facebook page. It's Larry Sharpe with an E, and the E stands for electable.
Okay, well, thank you. One last question, and we'll make it quick because we know you have to go. How do we fix the disconnect between New York City and the rest of the state? Because New York City is its own country.
Yeah, and the reason why people care about that is because, unfortunately, many times one city runs the entire state. That's wrong. That's not the way it should be. As I said, we are a diverse state. I want counties to be counties. If we get rid of the unfunded mandates that I mentioned earlier, now we don't have counties paying for things they don't want to pay for. If we also get rid of all these boards and authorities to include the regional economic development corporations, which basically just redistribute the money from counties into whatever group they want to put it into, you will find that we will stop paying for things we don't want to pay for. You wouldn't care about New York City if New York City just ran itself. And that's what it should happen. I want people in Manhattan to be Manhattanites. I want people in Jamestown to be people in Jamestown. I want you to be who you are. That's what my whole campaign is about. It's about localization and you being proud to be who you are and having your own culture. You shouldn't be concerned about what happens in Manhattan unless there's something you like and you want to copy it. They shouldn't care what happens in Jamestown unless there's something they like and they want to copy it. As long as we are transparent, we will be fine. I want the state government to not be the guy who, forces everyone to, deal with his will. I want instead the governor to be the guy who forces transparency, that people see what's happening and allowing you to be who you want to be so that we can copy and find the things that we like. That is what will encourage innovation. That will encourage growth. It will stop this stagnation and stop this apathy. That's how you connect this state, by us all being free together.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We're going to let you go. We really appreciate the interview. Best of luck to you on election night, and hopefully we'll be able to call you and get some comments during our live coverage on election night.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. So obviously, gentlemen, a lot taking in here with that interview with the Libertarian candidate for Governor Larry Sharp. Of course, this coming off of a number of major polls that we led with at the top of the interview, Rory, including our very own poll here in Chautauqua County, where it seems like at this point, people here are really interested in this candidate and they want him for governor, at least according to our poll.
Well, we have to point out it's not a scientific poll. There aren't controls to stop people from multiple voting, but he's running very strong in the poll in this area, and a lot of the other data coming in seems to fit what we were expecting. I think that one of the differences is Governor Cuomo has been here like once during the campaign, and that was for the National Comedy Center.
Right.
I don't think Mark Molinaro, he's only been here once, and that was a secret kind of deal up in Irving as a fundraiser. Mr. Sharp's been here multiple times, and within an hour, I mean, he's been here, he's been to Olean, he's been to Buffalo a couple of times, he's been all over the map. From a historical perspective, I think this is amazing that a Libertarian candidate is almost assured to get the 50,000 votes to make them permanent on the ballot for the next race.
And what's really interesting too, and when speaking with obviously the Buffalo media and the media here in Jamestown, Governor Cuomo doesn't talk to the media in Western New York because they're trying to ask questions about the Buffalo Billion and and problems that are facing here. During the National Comedy Center in specific, Matt and I covered that event. We tried to speak to the governor, and they pointed us off into a different corner. Oh, the governor will be over there. Sorry, he actually went that way.
Yeah.
And I'm not blasting Cuomo, but you have to be in touch with the voters, with the people who are paying your salary.
Right, and there has to be a level of transparency that I don't know if we're 100% seeing. I mean, yes, has Governor Cuomo done some great things in the state? Absolutely. Does he fight for New York State's best interest? Sure, I would hope so. But when looking at, specifically connectivity with us here in Chautauqua County, it feels like we're not that connected with Albany, and I'm sure a lot of people probably could agree.
It's been that way since I was a kid. As a teenager, I remember there was a movement for a while to try and get New York City to become its own state. And it was overwhelmingly supported at our end of the state, our region. North counties supported it, but no one else did.
Right.
But they felt a disconnect. That came up even with the people who were against it. I think the thing is, it's just important if you're a Cuomo supporter, if you're a Molinaro supporter, a Sharp voter, any of the candidates, get out and make your voice count.
Absolutely.
Vote, make phone calls, talk to your neighbors, put up a yard sign, whatever you can do, because it's your country, it's your state, it's your voice.
And we will have much more conversation on this on WNYNewsNow.com throughout the day. Let us know what you think. We'll connect with you in the comments. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's next.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page. Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs. Serving both commercial and residential lots. Check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us now to book an appointment.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
All right, welcome back to News Now at Noon, and we've got a lot of stuff to talk about in weather. This actually is a viewer photo that came in of what looks like hail, but this actually didn't fall from the sky. I don't think it's quite big. What this likely is just the frozen sleet pellets have combined together into this big, gigantic ball. So thanks to Tina Marie for sending that to us, and you know how to get us pictures and videos. And we had our first official snowfall of the season. As I told you, the highest amounts of snowfall was going to be out to our east. Delavan and Cattaraugus County, over half an inch of snowfall there, and then the totals fall off. Jamestown by a spotter report, 0.19, and Frewsburg, 0.08. So since it was measurable, this is our first official snowfall of the season. 'Tis the season, people. So, Seneca Allegheny Casino looking fine out there in 86, but the clouds are kind of sucked in there. That's the Sky Vision coming from Salamanca. And the JHS football game tomorrow afternoon versus West Seneca West and West Seneca. Really no change to the forecast, but I have upped the rain chances just a little bit. So again, umbrella, poncho, you'll be fine. Temperatures in the 50s for most of the game. First Defense Doppler radar, quiet. The Buffalo radar is down for service, so we're using the Binghamton radar, and there's nothing returning. So clear day, should remain that way for the afternoon. News Now, Cam. Clouds really kind of socking the sky a little bit. Current temperature at the airport's 38 with that northwest breeze of 14. Combine it together, you got that wind chill number of 30 degrees. So again, that's what it feels like when you step outside. And if you're looking for warmth, you're not going to find it across the Northeast. It's going to feel more like Novembre. My horrible sense of Spanish. I don't remember a whole lot of Spanish from high school, but again, the chance for below average temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days. So if you're looking for warmth, it's not going to be here. Now, this is a longer range computer model, and I want to take you through tomorrow night going into Saturday, because Saturday night into Sunday, the chance returns for a few wet snowflakes that could accumulate. Once again, although this model doesn't really show it too well, this is a long range model guidance, but this is something we'll keep track of tomorrow. And of course, we'll give you all the latest details on that tomorrow. Temperatures today will top out in only the upper 40s for most areas. Clouds will break apart for the afternoon hours, leading to some partial sunshine. Same story once you go inland. Lower 40s here, limited sunshine. Clouds hang tough though, but the clouds should break later in the afternoon. There's your future on the screen. 55 Friday, that's ahead of another cold front. 49 Saturday, and again, we only make it to the upper 30s as a high temp Sunday. Chance for rain, snow mix, and then temperatures remain in the 40s for next week. Norm will have sports right after this.
Hey, this is Ryan Hedrick reporting from the Jamestown Bowling Company, where the bowling is off the hook, the food is even better, and the camaraderie watching sports is oh so great.
The food is fantastic and the drinks are cold.
Mark was bowling almost a perfect game. Mark, do you come here a lot?
Every day.
Wow, Mark comes here every day. No excuse for you not to get to Jamestown Bowling Company on Foot Avenue. Jamestown Bowling Company. Eat, drink, bowl, and be merry.
The Frewsburg Pharmacy is the small-town pharmacy with big-time service. Located at 26 West Main Street, Greg Nelson treats his customers like family, so you know you are in good hands when you walk through the door. The Frewsburg Pharmacy has everything you need and more, including a gift shop for the seasons. Stop down to the Frewsburg Pharmacy today and let the staff show you why the Frewsburg Pharmacy is the pharmacy that cares about you.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Happy Thursday, sports fans. Welcome back to News Now at Noon. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. The Falconer girls soccer team defeated the Randolph Cardinals yesterday 5-1. With the win, Falconer ended their 2-game losing skid to close out the regular season. For Randolph, the loss was their final regular season game as well. The Red Sox took a commanding 3-1 lead last night after defeating the Astros 8-6 in Game 4 of the ALCS. Xander Bogaerts and Mookie Betts drove in 2 RBIs, while Jackie Bradley Jr. homered for the second consecutive game. For the Astros, Carlos Correa recorded 3 hits and drove in 2 RBIs. Game 5 will be tonight at 8:09 on TBS. In the NLCS, the Dodgers inched one step closer to returning to the World Series after defeating the Brewers 5-2 last night to take a 3-2 series lead. Clayton Kershaw allowed only 3 hits and struck out 9 in 7 innings of work. Game 6 will be tomorrow night at 8:39 on Fox Sports 1. Both games can also be viewed on the MLB At Bat app. Tonight at 8:20, the Denver Broncos will be on the road against the Arizona Cardinals for Thursday Night Football. The Broncos are 2-4 and are on a 4-game losing streak after losing their last game 23-20 to the Rams, while the Cardinals have a 1-5 record, losing their last game 27-17 to the Vikings. The game will be televised on the NFL Network. Fans can also view the game on the NFL app or on Amazon Prime. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you, and that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues all the time at WNYNewsNow.com. We'll see you tomorrow for our Friday edition.
Stay warm.